Hello, I'm Edward Hudgins.
I'm Will Thomas.
And this is the Atlas Society State of the Culture Update. Today's topic is how Obamacare betrays young people. Now, Will, the Barack Obama folks are out beating the bushes trying to get young people to sign up for Obamacare. And the reason they need to do that is if not enough young people don't sign up, it's going to blow up the Obamacare cost predictions.
Well, Ed, they say Obamacare is insurance, but it's nothing of the sort. I mean, insurance is a service that you buy because you face certain risks in your life. There's unlikely risks of having some big expense, like you break your leg or you fall ill with some illness, and that kind of thing. And what the insurance company does is offer you a reasonable price based on your risks for offering to take on the costs if that risk happens to happen. And then the insurance company goes around and finds lots of other people who have the same kind of have risks of their own in their own lives. They offer them prices for their risks. Eventually they end up covering a lot of people, and that converts the small risk that any individual will have some misfortune happen to a pretty constant cost that the insurance company faces. So it works out to a predictable business for the insurance company, but the point is that the fundamental function of insurance is to tailor a set of costs to your risks and offer you a reasonable way to pay for the long-term costs of the risks that you face.
Yeah, I mean, that's right, Will. Look, in a real free market, private insurance companies would compete to offer individuals the most accurate and price-efficient and price-effective policies to meet their projected healthcare costs in the future. But that's not what we have with Obamacare. We have this one-size-fits-all approach that basically throws everybody into the same pool and ties everybody to everybody else's needs. In fact, it's illegal under Obamacare to adjust the prices of policies based on an individual's attributes and risks.
Well, that's right, Ed. That's why Obamacare is really like a kind of involuntary draft that drafts every healthy or young person to pay for every unhealthy or old person. And it's especially a ripoff for the young because, after all, the young face very small risks of having any major medical emergency, and so the insurance costs that they ought to pay ought to be very low. Instead, Obamacare makes them pay the same rates as old codgers that are getting their knees replaced every other year and are needing heart surgery all the time and lots of other expensive treatments.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is why Obamacare has to get young people into the scheme. What they have to do is get young people, essentially, who are healthy to foot the bills for older people who are sick. I mean, it's basically a wealth transfer.
Yeah, it really makes me sick, Ed. President Obama calls this responsibility, but he really means that you're your brother's keeper, that you're to blame when someone smokes too much, or you're to blame when someone eats too much. You're to blame for the misfortunes of others, even if you had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, look, responsibility means taking care of yourself. It means providing for your possible needs in the future, means taking care of your whole life in its full context, okay? Obama wants to make it a virtue for young people to enslave themselves to the needs of everybody else. But what really is a virtue is to live your own life as best you can and to take care of yourself.
It really seems to me, Ed, that what President Obama is pushing is what Ayn Rand called the sanction of the victim. He wants people to feel like it's their moral duty to sacrifice themselves to support others, and they're trying to sell to the young people the idea that somehow it's their moral responsibility to take on extra costs that help reduce their life chances, make life harder for them, in order to pay for people who have much higher risks of medical expenditure and subsidize those people. And it's really, it ends up being nothing more than a health subsidy Ponzi scheme that robs the young in order to pay for the old and the sick. It's nothing like insurance. It doesn't help them be responsible for their lives at all.
Look, let's hope that the young people reject Obamacare, don't sign up for it, and say we want to live our lives, take care of our own needs. The government should just get the hell out of the way. This has been the Atlas Society State of the Culture Updates. We thank you for watching.